Hi there, Scott. ROCKFILE, back with another podcast for your ears. Going to be talking about something Courtney Love said this past week that just doesn't make any sense. I'm not political. I'm not into the comings and goings of some of the rock elite or pop elite or whatever, and they say stuff. I think a lot of people in modern times throw stuff out there to be shocking and then take it back or lean into it depending on how it falls. I don't know why she said this. I don't know why Courtney Love is even speaking. I've never been a whole fan. I actually blew off dinner with her and Kurt Cobain and Frances Bean back in the day. I'm just not a big fan, right? But anyway, I heard the other day, Variety and other places carry Courtney Love slams Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for lack of female inductees. She says it reeks of sexist gatekeeping. I think I had a podcast kind of like this before, but let's jump right into this. Why, The Guardian, their quote, their clickbait, why are women so marginalized by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? People, we've had a conversation about women in rock, and I started with saying I have no problem with it whatsoever. Some of my favorite artists are female-fronted bands. From Heart to Evanescence to some of the progressive rock I listen to, I have zero problem. Male, female, trans, whoever wants to sing, if you're a great singer, I'm in. It doesn't matter. As long as you fit the music, fit the songs, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. Same thing with radio disc jockeys. Male, female, whatever you are, you got a good voice, you're good on the radio, you're good talking in podcasts or whatever, put you on the radio. It doesn't matter. Sex does not matter in these things to me. But to some people it does. I've been in radio for a very, very long time. We have had research the entire time that says a lot of women don't like listening to women talk on the radio. It's just a thing. We can't really change opinion, but a lot of people just don't like listening. I mean, we finally have women sportscasters down on the field on ESPN and the other networks. That's great. It's still a less percentage than the males because of the audience. It's not. When I first started hearing about why aren't women in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, why aren't more women on the radio in rock stations, why aren't there more women in rock bands would be the question. The overall percentage, we had this conversation in the car the other day. Right? When this quote came up 2 days ago, when Courtney Love came up and I heard it on the radio or whatever, name all of the female-fronted bands that you hear on the radio your entire life, in rock music specifically. This does not really apply to country, R&B, pop, whatever, but rock specifically in metal has less female-fronted artists, has always had. It's a smaller percentage. Now, they would like you to believe that it's something the record label or the radio stations are doing on purpose, and I guarantee you it's not. I mean, I listen to every song that comes across my desk, no matter who is fronting the band. And I got to tell you, the overwhelming percentage of rock and metal product I get is male-dominated. There are more female artists, more female singers, more female bass players, more female drummers now than there were. Absolutely. I think it's great. Not noticing any great changes in that area as far as sounds or quality of music or anything like that. It's silly. Music, I played in jazz, classical, and marching bands for a lot of my life. It didn't matter what sex you are. It mattered how musical you were and how coordinated you were and how much you could practice and read music and perform. So anyway, Courtney Love makes a quote that there needs to be more women in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I would argue that pretty much all of the women in the rock world have been nominated when they become available and usually get in, versus a lot of male artists that get pushed back year after year because they don't make the cut each year. There are certain bands that have taken forever to get in there over some of the female artists. Now, I take nothing away from Anna Nancy Wilson or Pat Benatar or even Sass Jordan, Melissa Etheridge, whoever from the 70s and 80s. Renaissance, great band, female frontage, got an incredible voice. All the way up to Evanescence or In This Moment or any of the bands out there today. Plush, all-female band, great band. 2 big rock singles last year. Working on a second album right now. Looking forward to hearing it. Hailstorm, here's the perfect example. Hailstorm, been around forever. Lizzie Hale's a great singer. The whole band is tight. They put on a great show. They release great albums. They have a lot of songs on the radio. They sell a lot less than Disturbed, Godsmack, Metallica, even the Pop Evils and the Shinedowns of the world. They just don't sell as much. They don't pull as much. They don't get as much airplay. Percentage-wise, not so much that people like them or dislike them or the songs are better or worse. The Pretty Reckless with Taylor Momsen. She's made strides over the last decade, releasing songs, getting bigger at rock radio, but has only gotten so big. She's still in the middle of the day of festivals in the summertime. Only gotten so big. Evanescence Evanescence reopened the door. It seemed like the door was halfway closed in the early 21st century when Evanescence blew it open. But I got to tell you, Europe had always had female-fronted bands and continued to have female-fronted. I hate talking about female-fronted as something separately. Music is music, rock is rock, and metal is metal. You either rock, you're metal, you're prog, or whatever. I don't care about the sex. But for Courtney Love to say women are being marginalized or it's sexist gatekeeping, I would say, isn't Grace Slick in there? Okay, there's another one. But again, do this example in your own head. Think of female rock artists, all of them. Then think of male rock artists. It's not anybody's fault. There just aren't as many. Nobody's being sexist. Nobody's gatekeeping. I don't know a single one of my rock fans, and a lot of my friends are in rock bands. Not a single one of them would mind playing in a band with a female, watching a band, listening to a band with a female. I don't understand this perception of Courtney Love being able to say something like that. The doors are wide open right now. All cream rises to the top in the music world. Plush had 2 great songs. A lot of stations aren't playing them anymore. Why not? That would be a question to ask. Did auditorium testing come back that people didn't like those songs because they were female voices? I've seen literal radio testing that female disc jockeys were not liked. We didn't care, though. If the talent was good, male or female, you put them on the radio. Period. End of story. It's how I've always worked. Same thing with a song. I don't care who sings the song. If it's a great rock song, it goes on my rock station. If it's a great prog song, it goes on my prog station. And if it's a great metal song, it usually goes in my car because I don't have a metal station right now. So, slam the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for not letting women in. Tell me which women they haven't let in. I personally, and this is not between, neither here nor there, I think they opened up the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to R&B and other styles of music to get more females into there and to get more diversity in there as well, because now you're going to start telling me there's not very many black artists in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Well, you can name the popular black rock artists on one hand from Jimi Hendrix to Lenny Kravitz. You can't say there's not something in there when there isn't that thing to put in there. Anyway, this is clickbait. I guess you kind of have to be in the industry to know that this was clickbait. But the more you think about it, again, one more time, do the exercise. Think in your mind all the female rock artists you know, all your favorite female rock, list them, write it down. Then start listing male rock artists and tell me when you pass the female list. There are more. There is a percentage-wise more, therefore there are a percentage-wise more in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's as simple as that. There is no sexist gatekeeping going on. The doors are wide open for anybody to make music these days. Billie Eilish and her brother make music in a bedroom, and they won the Best Engineered Grammy and sell millions of albums, and I can't buy a ticket to a concert. You can't tell me that anybody can get out there. Recording technology has gotten to the point you can record a Grammy-winning album in your bedroom. The playing field is now pretty level. A little bit of money, a lot of time, a little bit of talent. You can get out there. So stop making it a sexist thing, because even in the rock world, it's not anymore. We're just waiting for the music. Put it on my desk. I'll get it on the radio. That's what I do. Speaking of, check out, what is her name? Ellie Nelson is an up-and-coming artist. She's from up here in Alaska. She also lives in L.A. She has a deep, resonant voice, almost like an Amy Winehouse kind of. She's kind of doing her own thing. More pop than rock, but check her out. Very interesting. Saw her live last summer. She brings it live, and she just released a new song you might want to check out. So see, it doesn't matter. Good music is good music, male, female, whoever. Record it. Let me hear it. make it great. We'll get it on the radio. It's that simple. And Courtney Love, please go back to under whatever bridge you came from, little troll. Scott Hamilton, I'm ROCKFILE. Have a spectacular day. Thank you for listening. And what do you think? Hit me with comments or shoot me an email to rockfile@live.com. Have a great day.